The movie begins with us seeing a security guard at Free Feathered Pizza as he is looking at the cameras as they're banging on the door, and he receives the phone call from the original game.
Oh, hey, wow, day 4. I knew you could do it. Hey, listen, I may not be around to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kind of glad that I recorded my messages for you when I did. Hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime you could check inside those suits in the back room. I'm gonna try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. Yeah, I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there. You know, oh no.
The guard's eyes widen as he realizes that if he doesn't make it through the night, that would happen to him. He quickly looks at the time. It was 5:59. He could do this. He quickly crawls under his desk, hoping that he would make it through the night. But we see that he's almost out of power, and in an instant, the lights go out and the doors open, and we hear heavy mechanical footsteps before we see Freddy in the doorway looking down at him as the guard gets dragged away. And then we cut to the title card before we then meet Mike Smith as he is in a job counseling office. He's staring blankly forward as all we can hear is ringing as Mike is not paying attention to anything. And we get flashes of the incident that made him lose his previous job, where he thought a man was kidnapping a kid and he ended up beating him up. We then cut back to present times, and Mike isn't informed about the night guard ship just opening up, but he says he can't do nights and he leaves. And we will see Mike's relationship with Abby and all that after he returns home. Now, one thing that I am not having is he will not have these flashback dream sequences. Instead, he will be just simply looking in and investigating disappearances throughout the film. And we won't have the Abby possibly getting taken away subplot, or it will be a very minor part of the film if we do. It's simply they might get evicted why Mike ends up taking the job. We will still have Abby be babysitting as Mike goes to work, and pretty much she'll go check out the place, and pretty much, he'll go to the office, but it won't be like that. We'll have the actual like phone calls again. He won't fall asleep and dream anything. And like I said earlier, he will be just simply investigating what happened to his brother. He'll have a folder, he'll be looking into everything throughout the night. There won't be much action with the animatronic, but there'll be a few. But he won't notice because he's researching everything and trying to figure out if, like, what happened to his brother. Mike will return home and the babysitter will leave, but we won't have that diner scene, of course, because that plotline doesn't exist or very minor. But how the babysitter will die in my version will it'll still be very similar but different circumstance. That night Mike will be continuing his investigation about his brother, and when he notices the animatronics move, he will go investigate and get attacked by Foxy. And the night Still simply him, no one else. Like, so Vanessa, she doesn't appear yet. The next day, Mike will research about the animatronics and will head to a diner where we get introduced to Vanessa. He tells her that he noticed a connection between the missing kids at Freddy's and his own brother, but Vanessa will brush it off. And this is where we would get the cameo from MatPat. So pretty much after that scene, we will see Mike return home and get a few hours of rest before he has to go into work for the night. The group will still break into Freddy's Pizzeria, but it will be slightly different. It's simply that they need money, or at least that, the babysitter is reading on why she is doing it, but she will still have the same fate and will die. And because Mike can't get a hold of the babysitter, he will end up having to take Abby, but he really doesn't want to because, of course, he knows that they are somewhat dangerous. And a scene that I am going to be adding is pretty much a few hours into a shift, someone knocks on the door. It turns out to be Vanessa, and pretty much she will make up a excuse, something about noises or something, like a reason for being there, but that's not the true reason, and we don't find out, at least not at this point, what her reason is. But she will still tell Mike not to bring Abby back there. Mike will listen and will get Abby a new babysitter for the rest of the week. The next night, Mike is more careful about the power that he uses, so he doesn't use the doors unless he absolutely have to, and he uses his own flashlight. And also, I'm changing the office and how it looks, so there'll still be one door, but it'll be more of a game accurate with the door control and light. So that, and he ends up using a flashlight instead of the normal light. And this night, Mike would get the night 4 phone call, and we would see his reaction as he also comes to the realization about what would happen if he doesn't survive. The next day, Mike is very exhausted, so he falls asleep for several hours, and when he wakes up, Abby is gone with a single drawing left behind of a man in a golden Bonnie suit, and Mike knows where they've taken her. When Mike gets there, he will actually destroy the animatronics before he remembers what Phone Guy said, and he will head to the back room. When he gets in there, he will see Abby and the man in the golden Bonnie suit. Nessa will pull out her gun and will point it at Mike, telling him to drop his weapon, and since he doesn't have a choice, he does so. We will then get the whole backstory about William Afton and Vanessa, same as in the actual film, but also we would have it revealed right then that William Afton did kill Mike's brother, and he will take off the mask, and it's revealed to be the job counselor from the beginning of the film. Mike will plead with Vanessa to help him. He knows her for years before the film takes place. They met a few years before in my version, but she won't, and William Afton will hit Mike into the other room. And Vanessa will run over to him to make sure that he is okay. and William Afton says that he is going to kill Mike and then Abby, but he is stopped when he sees that the animatronics are destroyed. He charges at Mike, but is stopped when Vanessa shoots him, and he yells, "You shot me!" He is furious. He runs forward, slashing his knife, before 5 ghostly figures appear. It is the missing kids. "You're dead," he screams, as he stumbles back, slashing his knife, and it would injure Vanessa in the stomach. But anyways, Abby wakes up and is shocked at what she sees. It's her brother. They now know what actually happened. William continues to back up away from the ghost slashing his knife, and we can hear dripping water from behind him, and his suit start to crush him from the inside as he stumbles back into the back room before collapsing and supposedly dying. But he does give the line, "I always come back." We'll still have Vanessa be injured, but they're not as injured as in the actual film, and we will see that they are all still pretty close, and the film will end with William Afton twitching, still somewhat alive, in the back room, and that's where the movie will end. And I hope you enjoyed that video. That was my rewrite of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Let me know what I should do for a future rewrite or franchise pitch. Don't know what the series is full on going to be called. Sorry, not just franchise pitch, whatever. But let me know what I should do next. Let me know about a series name for my pitches of films and stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get notified for my latest videos. And I'll see you all in the next one.